Hi buddies, welcome back to this masterclass for the beginners. It's your guy once again, the Wolf, and today guys we are going to learn something new, something different, something awesomely creative, and that's called variable in JS. So welcome once again, and without much ado, let's get started. So guys, welcome once again. So we will start off by defining what JavaScript variables are. So variables are containers for storing data. So JavaScript variables can be declared in 4 ways, that is automatically, and also using a var keyword, and then using a let keyword, and finally using a constant keyword to make a variable. So let's start by this example that is undeclared variable, where we will actually just write something like this over here. X is just assigned 5, and let's create another one. And remember that they're automatically declared when the first is used. So let's do the second one here. This y, assign it 6, and remember to put a colon here. So semicolon. So next, you should click z is equal to x plus y plus semicolon, and then what next? So I should actually have some HTML executed so I can spit my thing out. So it's just create h1 tag, and then I just give a title with it, like Java variables. Yeah, it's like that, and then I should have another p tag here, p tag, like that. Then I'll give a content of, I could say, in this. I pick up the slowest person when it comes to typing. So let's continue. So in this example, I can say x, comma, y, not necessarily parameters, trying to explain something serious, undeclared, okay, good, because they are undeclared. And then now I should have the last p tag here to display something. So p, and then I can give an ID, then I assign it. Oh, I'm gonna give you a name, just call new demo, and that is it. So from here I can go back to my script now, and then I get the elements here. So it's document, so the ID is this one here. Okay, so this and then you can change now that element. So in the HTML, you can talk about HTML. Right? And then we can now assign a variable, or a value. Yeah, assign a value. So for new in a form of a string, I can say the value z is, then you give the value. So I can concatenate this. Now we got the value here, right? Control copy, then paste it on there, and now remember to put this column there. And now we have as well x plus y, which will be, I don't know the answer, but the answer will be z variable. And remember this one had an undeclared, so remember that. So again, the result will be stored in z, and then z will be assigned to the inner HTML, which will be here as an output. So let's run this and see what we have. So I need to save it. Remember to save. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So open my browser. And there we go. So here, jumping with this other side. Oh, come on. This boy. Oh. Yeah. So okay. Something. Okay, we check this first. We just check it a little first. So I think the problem is just right here. So this should be capital H. Yeah, just like that. So I think that is the way. I think the problem is solved by itself, because I created the problem, so I solved it, and the problem is solved itself. There we go. So we have the value of z is 11. So I just want to do something here. Okay, before we do something else, just know that in this this is just considered a good programming practice to always declare variable before use. So it is considered good programming practice to always declare a variable before use, because how can you use something that you don't have? You must query. There we go. So so from this example, you can see that x stores the value of 5 here, and the y stores the value of 6, and z, which is z, actually stores the value of 11, because this plus this becomes 11, and then that's what we printed out. So again, you can see an example by using a variable. Now let's create a variable again. Now here we will have to change this as not change, but add a keyword there, var, and also over here var, and again var. So what will be the answers? Would that be make a difference? Let's find out. So save this again, reload this, and as you can see, guys, we still have the same answer. So what is the difference there? So notice that the var keyword was used in all JavaScript code from back in the days, the 1995 to 2015, and the let and the constant keywords were added to JavaScript in 2015. And the var keyword should only be used in code written for older browsers. So if you're using an old browser there, you make sure you use the var, otherwise it's going to fail directly. So let's do an example here by using a let keyword. So I just minimize this, and then okay, I think I just change this var and then create let. So we have learned that we only use var in the old browsers and let in the newer browsers. So just let, So again, I'll just save this, file, save, and then reload this. Again, you can see we have 11. Let's change this number a little bit. Maybe this should be 9. Let's see. Save. Reload. There we go. We have 14. So it's still working. So again, let's use an example by using a constant. So again, we just come back here and then check this keyword here to now constant. Cons. Remember guys, you have to use constant when the variable is not changing. So yeah, change this to constant. And this last one, oh, this crazy stuff. That's this again, constant. And now again, I save this, and then reload over here. We have 14. So let's do a mixed example. So mixed example is that we just want to mix the variables by using variables, let constants, and the let keyword. So let the first one have that, and this one changes to let, and maybe this is should be a variable var. So again, let's have a different number here. Maybe now this should be 10, so that should be 15. Okay, save this. Then reload again. There we have 15 there. So again, what we have done here is that the two variables, which are actually, let me just change a little bit thing. Let's say this is price 1, and this is also price 2. Then now we have the total here. Total there. Now we have to print total here. Total over there. So again, as usual, just change the names of the variable, which doesn't change anything to do with the result. The answer should be here. So something went wrong somewhere. Now, yeah, problem was here, so I should have also changed this to, and again, your bro, copy here, and paste here. So that is the total should have to be like that. So what I wanted to say is that the two variables, which is price 1 and price 2, are declared with the constant keyword, and I mean a constant and the let keyword here, and these are actually constant values and cannot be changed. So this is constant and can never be changed, right? Okay, so I'm just saying the keyword constant can never be changed. So, and the variable total here, I just declared it with a variable keyword, and the value total can be changed. You know, actually I should have done something like this. So my bad. The constant is, yeah. So again, you can have constant, and this keyword constant here, they will never be changed. You know. So, but the let keyword here can be changed. That's what I mean. So again, what you have to note here is that we should understand when we use a var, let, or constant. So always declare a variables and always use a constant if the value should not be changed. So when you use this keyword here, make sure you're not going to change that variable, or the variable normally does not change. For example, the area of a circle by d, so you see that is a constant, so something that will never change in the future. So make sure you use constant when you're not going to change, the variable is not going to change. So and also always use a constant if the type should not be changed. Example, arrays and objects. So and again, what else? Only use let if you can't use constant. And finally, only use var if you must support old browser. For example, now listen to this. This is very, very important. You see, if you're writing something on a web, remember this is this kind of variable that we have here. If an old browser tries to access this, it's going to fail. So to me it's good to make sure that the old browsers are also supported, so that everybody can have the content, right? That's what I thought, but they say that I don't know, but it's okay. So again, just like algebra, a variable hold values, you see. So let's do a little bit algebra here. Where now, for example, let me just remove this. Let me remove this too, and then I create let x to be, I don't know what that is, and then enter again with let. Remember, this one can change now. Y to, let's say, 4. Okay, so what have I done over here, guys? This is just like in algebra, and algebra solves values, so this is just an algebra that I've done here. So just remove this first of all. This is pure algebra. So you can also say that just like in algebra, variables are used in expressions, you see. For example, if I have this kind of expression, I could say that I have used variables to show my expressions. So okay, so say that z equal, so this is just an expression, x plus y, simple as that. So that is an expression over there. So from this example, you can guess that the total is calculated to be what? This would be 9. So if I had to print this out, then I can print this over here and change this, and I can get the answer. So one thing you need to notice here is that variables are a container for storing values, right, guys? So in programming, we're going to learn more about using variable, because you cannot have a program without a value. The program is there, what is it going to run on? So you must have where you store your stuff down there. In there you have stores where you put your bits there, so that the program can check and do whatever you wanna do. Right there, boys and girls. So let's talk about JavaScript identifiers. Let me see how long is the video already. Yeah, okay, it's not bad. So let's talk about JavaScript identifiers. So all JavaScript variables must be identified with a unique name. So this unique name are called identifiers. So identifiers can be short names like X and Y, like one that we have on our screen, or more descriptive names, e.g. You can say age, sum, total, volume. You see those are more descriptive. And in general, rules for constructing names for variables, unique identifiers are: name can contain letters, digits, underscores, and dollars, and those are the property, the small thing that name need to have. And names must begin with a letter, so you cannot just create a name which actually start with a number. For example, you can say one wolf, that's wrong. But if you put maybe a wolf and an underscore, those one going to be accepted. So surname can also begin with a dollar sign and underscore. We would have said that, but we will not use it in these lessons as an obvious thing. I will try not to use that, but I don't know why. So again, names are case sensitive. Remember, y, let's say small y and capital Y are different variables in JS. So that's why I'm saying that they are case sensitive. Again, lastly, there's some reserved words like JavaScript keywords cannot be used as names. So notice that JavaScript identifiers are case sensitive. I've already explained that. So let's talk about the assignment operators. So in JavaScript, the equal sign. So I'm just going to do. You can see there is equal sign here. Is assignment operator. So this assigns 5 to x, and not an equal to operators. You get what I'm saying? It's not equal to, you see. So so let's find out this difference from algebra. So we will do one example here so that we can make sense in algebra. So we have this here already. Okay, I can have something like, let's do something like this. This, so we have x is equal to x plus 5. This is algebra. So so what you need to know is that in JavaScript, however, it makes perfect sense. It assigns the value of x plus 5 to x. So x plus 5, the result is assigned to x again. You see, it's like, whoa, this is really, whoa. I'll just leave it there because it's just self-explaining. X plus 5, the result is assigned to x itself. So it calculated the value of x plus 5 and put the result into x. So the value of x is incremented by 5. That is what it means. So this is just incrementation of the value that was there by 5. So you need to notice that the equal to operator is written in like this, equal to. This is when you mean equal to in JavaScript. So again, I think for today that is quite enough. So in the next lesson, we will talk about JavaScript data types. That's where we will start from. So thank you so much for joining the class of today. Though there was much talking, wow, I don't know. So goodbye, man. Goodbye, and see you in the next lesson.